Pope has arrived. Mark.
Yes, right on time, Donna. What a day Pope Francis has had. He left Rome at around 8 o'clock Italy time this morning, and here he is, what is it, nearly 8 o'clock at night. And he is the man that everyone has been waiting for here at Croke Park. Around 70,000 people packed into this old stadium. It's now a very modern stadium. Of course, next weekend it'll be hosting the All-Ireland final between Dublin and Tyrone. Plenty of Tyrone people in the crowd tonight, plenty of Dublin people in the crowd tonight as well. There have been entertainment here already this evening from lots of different people, and we'll hear from them shortly. But this is the man they have all come to see. You can see the Spanish flags, there are Argentinian flags here as well, of course, that being Pope Francis's home country. There were some fears that maybe because of the weather, maybe because of some of the controversies that there has been in recent days, that the crowds wouldn't be terribly big. But as you can see as we look around the stadium, the people have turned out. Maybe not every seat is filled, but yes, people are here. They've turned out in their tens of thousands. I would estimate at least 70,000 here. The stadium capacity is 82,000. But as I mentioned earlier, there has been entertainment and there will be entertainment. It hasn't quite been a pop concert, more of a Pope concert here tonight. And two of the people who are performing for the crowd and for the Pope are very well known on the island of Ireland, north and south. Daniel O'Donnell and Nathan Carter. And just a short time ago, I spoke to both of them.
This is definitely one of the biggest gigs of my career, but I'm delighted and very honoured to be here today for this massive spectacle, you know.
Family here?
Yeah, my family have travelled from Liverpool. Unfortunately, my granddad was meant to come, but he took sick this morning, so big shout out to my granddad if he's watching.
He will be.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
And what about your own faith? Is this more than a gig for you?
It is, yeah, and I think it's great to see Pope Francis making such an effort to come to Ireland. I think I wasn't here when the last Pope came, so I wasn't born. But I think this is a huge deal, and you know, for me to be a part of such a historic event, this promises to be a historic event in Irish history. It's a massive deal for me, you know.
And what are you going to sing?
I'm singing, well, I was asked to sing an REM song called Everybody Hurts, and I'm singing it with the orchestra, and we have a young children's deaf choir who are going to sign the song as well, which just did a rehearsal with them then, and it was really, really nice, you know. And not a song I've sang before, so it was my first time singing it, but the more I listen to it, the more I get the lyrics, you know.
If I can just interrupt the selfies, Daniel O'Donnell.
Great to see you.
Quite a night.
Absolutely, it's just amazing to be here and to be a part of this, and just you can feel the atmosphere building, and we've been, you know, rehearsing, and just the excitement watching the plane touchdown today, the Pope walking out, brought me back to 79. You know,
you were there?
I was in Galway, and you know, when he arrived, and just the excitement of it, and I'm sure tonight is going to be just the same here.
And you're singing for the Pope?
We're singing, yes, I'm singing. I'm with loads of other people. We're all very privileged to be a part of it, and I feel very, very blessed.
You say loads of other people, but I don't know too many other people who've also been invited to the Mass at Phoenix Park tomorrow.
Well, I'm there as part of the entertainment. There's a lot of, I mean, people are there all day, so they asked if I would come and you know, entertain a wee bit before, and I feel very privileged to be at that too.
This is a celebration of faith. What about your own Catholic faith?
Well, do you know, I obviously was born Catholic and brought up Catholic, and I didn't really realise the importance of it to me until I started travelling. And you know, when you grow up in Donegal, everybody went to Mass and you had to go to Mass, and it was only when I started to travel that I realised I wanted to go to Mass. And I still go, I still get something out of it. We go to Tenerife every so often, and I go to Spanish Mass, and I even get something out of a Spanish Mass where I don't understand necessarily the language, but I understand the centre of what happens at Mass, and it's good for me.
Well, let me tell you what's going to happen next. We are going to hear from Pope Francis here in Croke Park this evening, his third major address of the day, but not quite yet. There's going to be more entertainment. We're going to hear from Daniel O'Donnell, maybe a bit more from Nathan Carter as well. Ireland being Ireland, Dublin being Dublin, there's going to be a bit of river dance. There are going to be some testimonies as well from families from around of the world. I joked earlier on that this is a Pope concert, but of course this is a religious event. There are Catholics here from right around the world, from every county in Ireland and maybe most of the countries in Europe as well, if not the world. More than 100 countries represented at the World Meeting of Families, which began earlier this week at the RDS in Dublin. But of course, all eyes are on Phoenix Park tomorrow and of course Croke Park tonight. We will hear from the Pope later on this evening. But I have been speaking to the congregation, if we can call them that, here at Croke Park. As I say, everyone here from Athlone to Argentina. I spoke to a few people just before the Pope arrived, and this is what they had to tell me.
Well, we are a big family. We are 14 brothers and sisters, and we are a few. Now here we are a few of us, and we came for meet the Pope. Yeah.
Where are you from?
We are from the south of Spain. Yeah, from Murcia.
I found another family all the way from County Antrim. Deirdre Kelly, you're from Ballymena.
Yep.
Why have you come down from Ballymena today?
We come down just to visit the Pope and see what's going on.
Does it feel weird saying that?
Yeah, well, he actually drove past us earlier on. We were out having lunch and they told us that the Pope was going to drive down the street, and he drove past us down the street and waved out, and we waved and got some photographs. Good.
And what does a day like today mean to you?
Oh, it's very special. Very special for families. We're here as a family, my two nieces and my mum, and just the atmosphere, and we can say that we've been, and yeah.
Have you done a BBC interview before?
Never. No. No. I hope I never won't do another one. With all due respect. And no. But God made us to be happy.
And in a sentence, what does today mean to you?
Today means to me that I am with someone who loves Jesus Christ, who is my shepherd on this earth, and is trying to bring me and every human being that he comes into contact with to healing, to love, and to live the gospel.
Yeah, I really like Pope Francis. I think he just has nice things to say. You know, I follow him on Twitter and things like that, and he always has a nice message, and I just think, you know, he seems like a good Pope.
So where have you come from?
So we've come from College Land in County Armagh.
And why?
Well, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Great celebration.
Yes, a great celebration, and we love music, so what else?
Do you love the Pope?
Yeah. Of course, yes.
What is it about him?
He seems to be a very people kind of person who's here for everyone, celebrate all the different families coming together as one in a good celebration in Ireland.